Welcome and thank you for joining us on Birth Mother Matters in Adoption with Kelly Rourke-Scary and me, Ron Rains, where we delve into the issues of adoption from every angle of the adoption triad.
Do what's best for your kid and for yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, you're definitely not going to be able to take care of that kid, and that's not fair. And I know that my daughter will be well taken care of with them.
Don't have an abortion. Give this child a chance.
All I could think about was needing to save my son.
My name is Kelly Rourke-Scary. I'm the Executive Director, President, and co-founder of Building Arizona Families Adoption Agency, the Donna K. Evans Foundation, and creator of the You Before Me campaign. I have a bachelor's degree in family studies and human development and a master's degree in education with an emphasis in school counseling. I was adopted at the age of 3 days, born to a teen birth mother, raised in a closed adoption, and reunited with my birth mother in 2007. I have worked in the adoption field for over 15 years.
And I'm Ron Rains. I've worked in radio since 1999. I was the co-host of 2 successful morning shows in Prescott, Arizona. Now I work for my wife, who's an adoption attorney, and I'm able to combine these 2 great passions and share them on this podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, make sure to rate and review us on whatever platform you use to listen to us, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Look for AZ Adopt Podcast. Before we get started on this episode, I wanted to address the audio quality of this particular episode. We were having some computer issues and some problems with connecting internet through Zoom. So we had to record this over a telephone. The quality isn't quite where it has been, and we're hoping to get back there for the next episode. So just bear with this because it is a very strong message and I think very important as well.
So today we're going to talk with one of our birth mothers that has placed 2 times with our agency. And she has an open adoption with both of the children that she has placed for adoption. She is a wonderful person who is very enthusiastic about sharing her story. So we would like to welcome Tina to our podcast. All right. So Tina, I wanted to bring you on the podcast because you have been a huge advocate of adoption, and you have an amazing story yourself about, the adoptions that you have done. Can you tell us your story? Like how you found us?
I had my son, Michael, 2015. That's when I first met you guys, and I was pregnant with him. And I actually found out about you guys by going through the New Times on the back of the magazine, your phone number. And how I ended up going through. Why? Because I was homeless on the street. It's a hard part of my life. And I dealt with CPS, and I'd rather not have my baby go in the system and be part of the baby's my child's life and do what's better, because I know I'm against abortion, so that wasn't in the question. So the next best thing, if I can't take care of my baby, is because there's a lot of people out there that can't have kids, that want kids, and so the next best thing is to adoption. And that's how I ended up going through you guys. And the first experience I had with you guys, I loved it. So after that, when I got pregnant again, I knew exactly what I was going to do. Let's go through you guys again. And that's what I just did last year with baby Sam, the baby. And I did a FaceTime call with them last night. Uh-huh. And I seen him. He was so happy. His smile, laughing, bouncing. It was so, right there in, the pictures that we took of them together before they left to go home. The books that they sent me of the pictures of the baby, they make him one also, and they go through it every night. From the beginning, they have our picture when they first came down and met me at the nursery and in the book. And they tell me every time that I'm his mom. Say that, and I think there's nothing better than that in this, because it's not the baby, the child's fault or choice. You know what I'm saying? So I feel if I can't provide for my baby, the next I'd rather have somebody who can and give him a chance in life that I can't do, because it's not their fault.
Right. And I think you've made 2 absolutely amazing choices for your children. And when you see pictures of your babies and you see them thriving and smiling and they're happy, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good inside. It makes me feel good, that to realize, because sometimes I'll be having a bad day where I feel like I can't do nothing right. I'm a mess up, and then I go and look at the pictures or I see the pictures and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, realize that I'm not a mess up, that I am a good person,
You are a good person, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And so what do you think about your adoptions, the stories behind them? What do you think that other people can learn from you? Like when they're considering adoption and they're worried about if it's going to be hard or if they're going to struggle, what advice do you give them?
It's going to be hard, but don't give up, don't be, it's a selfless act that you have to do. You can't think about your feelings or anything. You got to take in mind in consideration the baby's life, what he's going to go through, your baby's going to go through. And it's a selfless act. I've done it twice, and not only that, but I'd rather have a baby, because if we abortion, who knows if that baby's going to be the next president or the next Eugene, or what's going on. We never know. It's not, like I said, it's not the baby's fault. So we have to take into consideration that they are, once we get pregnant, they're a baby. They have a life, and they deserve a chance, because what if our parents didn't give us a chance, but they gave us that chance? So they deserve to have a chance in life, and and not have to go through the system and be able to have a family that loves them. And there's plenty out there, and I know that. And like after I have my baby, I'm still trying to refer as many people as I can to you guys, because it's a wonderful act of goodness, And some people can't have kids, and it's not their fault either. So why not mess them with the baby and they could be a parent?
Definitely. And I think that, that we appreciate that you're such a strong advocate for adoption, and your story is really, really valuable. Now, you have an open adoption, correct?
I have 2 open adoptions.
Tell our listeners what that looks like.
It's wonderful because I get to see pictures of my baby. I get pictures every other month from, the adoptive family sending me a package for you guys from the adoption that I just had last year. And it's wonderful. I love it, because it's like they're just helping me take care of my baby, Say like if I'm out on, families are on military. It's like if I'm like a but I still get to see my baby, still get to be a part of his life. It's wonderful. It's great.
Are you in frequent communication with them?
Yes, I am.
And so did you develop a relationship with them prior to delivering the baby?
Yes, I did. They came down from where they're from, came down and visited me, took nothing, we took the pic, and we stayed in contact at the beginning through you guys, through our, relationship. Yes. So before I had the baby, our relationship was through you guys, through our...
And then afterwards, you talked to them.
And then afterwards, it's through Charles, and then it's still through you guys.
Right. Uh-huh.
Like I said, I get a package every other month, like on the holidays, with pictures of the baby, like picture baby book of him. And like I said, I had a video, like a call with them yesterday, and it was wonderful. And I'm looking forward to when I get to go see him, to go visit him.
Right. Absolutely. And when you were going through your first and your second adoption, were there any moments that you were having a difficult time or thinking, this is going to be really hard, I'm going to struggle when I do this? And then if so, how did you get through those moments?
Actually, the first time when I did my adoption, I was debating. I talked to you a couple of times where I wanted to do it, but then I was having second thoughts of doing it. I didn't want to do it,
Uh-huh.
And so it was kind of hard after doing it. But after I had the baby, it was the first time I did it, and I didn't have no problem. It wasn't hard. It was It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. A lot easier, you know. And one thing, like after I had the baby, and they asked me if I wanted to hold them, and it sounds like mean or messed up, but I didn't hold the baby or anything. You know, I didn't get that connection or bond with them. So I think that helped make it not so hard. But the second one, I thought it was really easy as the first one, but it was a lot harder for me. It was more difficult. I had more emotions with it. Now, you know.
Did you hold the second one, or did you not hold the second one?
No, not. I didn't hold him right after I had him, but I held him when they got released from the hospital and we did our goodbye visit. That was when I first held him and, you know, had intercourse with them. Because for some reason I had a connection with the adoptive family, and I knew it wasn't going to be the last time I seen them.
Absolutely. And so some women who do adoptions, they choose to have, you know, the baby in with them, and some women choose not to, and it's totally up to each and every person to make the decision that is best for them. And so knowing the decision that was best for you and that worked for you is, how did you know that was going to be the right choice to not hold the baby right afterwards?
Because yes, when we were pregnant, we have a connection with the baby regardless. But after I had him, I knew if I didn't hold him or anything, there was not, you know, even more significant attachment or bond, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It really does. Did you get support from your friends and family during your adoption journey?
Yes, I did. Like, not for my family, because I don't talk to my family, but my friends, they told me that a selfless act, you know, I'm doing something very wonderful, beautiful, you know, and they support me all the way through it, and they still support me to this day and tell me I did wonderful things.
I do. I agree with them. I think you did do a wonderful thing. Ron, do you have any questions for Tina?
No, I just want to say I want to kind of reiterate what you said, Kelly. I just really appreciate her supporting people, you know, proceeding with adoption and kind of showing them that there is another option out there. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate you, and we just wish the best for you.
Thank you very much.
And I know that I got to see you briefly yesterday in the office, and I enjoy seeing you, Tina. I think you're an amazing person, and I think you're really a light for a lot of people. So thank you so much for joining us. And
you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll keep in touch.
Hey, thank you.
Ron, I'm so grateful that we were able to have Tina today on our podcast. It brings a light and deeper understanding to adoption, especially for women who are either considering adoption or are in the process of their own adoption journey. I think Tina brings clarity, and she's able to speak to women who are walking behind her in their adoption journey. And I've been told by birth mothers multiple times in the past that the only person or persons that can truly understand where they are people that have placed a baby for adoption. And so hearing from Tina, I think, is really going to be a breath of fresh air. And as I said before, shine a light on an area where somebody may be experiencing darkness. So I'm so grateful that we were able to have her on the podcast today.
As I had said at the top of the show, I really want to apologize for the sound quality today, and we're hopefully going to have all of our issues straightened out and worked out for the next episode. And thank you so much for joining us on Birth, Mother Matters, and Adoption. We have a pregnancy crisis hotline available 24/7 by phone or text at 623-695-4112, or you can reach us on our toll-free number at 1-800-340-9665. We can make an immediate appointment with you to get you to a safe place, provide food and clothing, and help you get started on creating an Arizona adoption plan, or just give you more information. Check out our blogs on our website at azpregnancyhelp.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter by looking for AZ Adopt Podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, make sure to rate and review us on whatever platform you use to listen to us. Birth, Mother Matters, and Adoption was written and produced by Kelly Rourke-Scary and edited by me. Thanks go out to Grapes for letting us use their song I Don't Know as our theme song. Join us next time on Birth, Mother Matters, and Adoption. For Kelly Rourke-Scary, I'm Ron Rains, and we'll see you then.